What are light gun arcade games? Have you ever wondered how those classic shooting games in arcades work? Light gun arcade games are a fascinating part of gaming history. These vintage electronic games use a gun-shaped controller, known as a light gun, to aim and shoot at targets displayed on a screen. The magic happens when the gun detects where you are aiming and registers hits when you pull the trigger. The story of light gun arcade games goes back to the early 1930s. It all started with mechanical shooting games like Seeburg's Rayolite. In these games, players aimed a gun that emitted a light beam at physical moving targets equipped with sensors. When the light hit the target, it registered a successful shot, causing the target to react, like a duck falling. This basic principle of detecting light to register hits laid the groundwork for all light gun games, even as technology advanced. By the 1960s and 1970s, light gun games evolved from purely mechanical setups to electronic video games. Early arcade titles such as Sega's Balloon Gun in 1970 and Atari's QWAC introduced light gun shooting to video game screens. These games used sensors inside the gun to detect light from the screen, allowing players to shoot at on-screen targets. The mounted gun style gained popularity with games like Taito's Attack in 1976. The genre really took off in the 1980s with home consoles, especially the Nintendo Entertainment System and its Zapper light gun accessory. Iconic games like Duck Hunt and Hogan's Alley brought light gun shooting into living rooms, making it a staple of gaming culture. From a collectibles and antiques perspective, light gun arcade games hold a special place in the history of vintage electronics and arcade gaming. Original arcade cabinets and accessories like the Nintendo Entertainment System, Zapper are highly sought after by collectors. Their nostalgic value, mechanical and electronic ingenuity, and role in the evolution of interactive entertainment make them appealing. Over time, the technology behind light guns changed from relying on cathode ray tube screens to modern infrared sensors, adapting to new display technologies. However, vintage light gun arcade games remain prized collectibles for their historical importance and unique gameplay experience that combines physical interaction with electronic response. In essence, light gun arcade games are interactive shooting games that use a gun-shaped controller to detect light and register hits on targets. They originated from mechanical games in the 1930s and evolved into electronic video games that became popular in arcades and home consoles. Their impact on vintage electronics and arcade game collectibles is undeniable, making them a fascinating topic for enthusiasts and collectors alike.